Hello everybody, welcome back for more Let's Play Mighty Switch Force 2. I'm Hunter, the one today fan of Polar Bear. In the last part we did Incidents 11 through 15, and now we're going to rescue some babies. Right. Now then. Yeah, we'll do Incident 16 in a bit, don't worry, but first we gotta rescue babies. Don't go for the part times if you're going for the babies, because at some levels you can't do both. Alright. For the baby in the first stage, it's at the very end. Instead of climbing this pillar, we go through the staircase and go over here and... yeah. You rescue the baby by punting them like a football. I'm not even shitting you. Punt them like a football. And you do this a total of 16 times throughout the course of the whole game. And that was number 2. Yeah, so that one's easy to find. This one, you'll have to skip going to the end of the level and blast up here. And there goes that one. That was number 3. Now incident 4. Climb up here. We don't spray these blocks to go down there. Instead, we use them to jump over this area here and fall down here and kick the baby. I'm sure there's some law somewhere that is like, what are you even doing? Why are you even doing this? Now this one's a bit of a tricky bugger. What we gotta do is spray only those 2 blocks. We gotta have that last block there so that we can stop flying in that direction. And then, here we go. Baby number 5. Now for baby number 6, we go this way. And that wall may or may not stop us, but we have to let it not stop us. And there we go. Baby number 6. Now before I was... well, there's 2 instances where the stage is like, oh, there's an alternate pathway, go this way, and the baby is down here. So instead of going to the right further, just go to the left and jump over those blocks and kick the baby. That's number 7. Number 8. I believe this is number 8. Did I lose track of... no, this is 8. We gotta go through here and time our switches so that we get over here to kick this baby. Yes. I'm gonna be saying kick the baby a lot. And now for incident 9. This is what I was talking before about having to do a little bit of Mario-esque. Well, okay, you don't need the top one, but you do need one of those 2 blocks, I guess. I was a little wrong there. In theory. But yeah, we're doing basically a reverse World 1, 2. Instead of going to the right, we're going to the far left to get this baby. Hooray! And then you can just spray down there, or just jump back up there and go to the right, get back. Now this is the baby that is a bit tricky, since you can't spray those blocks. So climb up this staircase and spray like this, so that you don't have to deal with too much and you're protected from not being directly in the way of the fire. And that was baby number 11. Wait, no, this is baby number 11. That was baby 10. This one is a bit tricky. Yeah, there's a way to get over there without having to destroy that one block. And once you do that, then you come over here and free up some space. Spray that block out of the way. And there we go. Yeah, he's a bit of a weird one. Bit of a weird one indeed. And for this guy, we gotta burn all of these blocks. All of those blocks. Well, we gotta deal with most of these blocks. We're gonna spray this one. Get that out of the way. Get this one. Basically, we're making a straight line to go straight up. And the baby is at the very top of the level. And this is one of the levels where I think it's impossible to get both the baby and the bar time because of all the work you have to do to get both. If you were to get both in the same run. Which, by the way, it isn't going to happen. Unless there's some glitches that help you get both, in which case, I wasn't going to experiment. Right, now that we cleared all the blocks, we can make a straight line up there. And we have to still time our jumps, because then we got this section, which could potentially force you to go all the way back down there and do it again. Right, now which baby are we on? I think we are on baby 13? Yes, we're on baby 13. Yeah, so there. Now we go over to the left here. And there it is. Let's send it into outer space, shall we? Punt. Right. Now for baby 14. This is one of the trickiest ones to get, because you can't spray too many of these blocks, otherwise you're not going to be able to get up there. So try to be careful and not spray that one block I'm spraying. Don't spray the block below the one I'm spraying right now. Like, try to make a straight staircase up there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get to them. Now, this one is a bit weird, because there's like another half a level behind the end goal. It's like, hey, get in the thing. And you're like, no, I gotta rescue a babby. And he's like, you sure about that, dude? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Trust me on this. And not turn around, it would be great. Now, the reward for getting all 16 ugly, they call ugly secret babies, by the way, is that you have access to the gym clothes padding, which we will see after this. Well, not after this, but after, you know, doing the demonstration of the Mighty Hose, which is what you get from beating all the incidents. And the last thing is beating all the incidents on a part-time, which gets you an alternate title screen, which you'll see at the very end. Right! Now that we've gotten mostly all the babies, except for the one in Instance 16, which I will be getting in the run, because it's one of those that you can get during the run of the level without having to do the runs separately.
Let's go!
Here we go! And like in Mighty Switch Force 1, you have no control over when the switching occurs. The switching is done after about 4 seconds? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 4 seconds. So you have that amount of time to basically time when you're supposed to stop and go. And yeah, for that one you just jump over the wall. Don't think about not jumping over the wall, just jump over the wall. Because yeah, you're not able to get up there on it otherwise. And here I am trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Yeah. This requires a bit of timing and can be a bit annoying. Especially when you have to jump into the blocks. I actually like this end level thing. It's very dark and foreboding. Like, a lot more dark and foreboding than the one in Mighty Switch Force 1. And now here's a piece of technology you never thought you'd see in a Mighty Switch Force game. Teleportation! Yeah, teleporters. They will teleport you upon standing on them and when the automatic switching occurs. And then they will teleport you to their connected teleporter. This is how this works. I'm so glad these levels have those guys. No, I don't. No. One jump too early. I jumped too early. There we go. The waiting game is the game we play during Mighty Switch Force 2 in this level because there was a bit of it. Now, if you're fast enough, you could potentially make it all the way down there without having to stop here, but I'm not taking that risk. So I'm just booking it. Stand on here. So that these two blocks are part of the same spatial region. And I'm not bothering for that disc because time is of the essence. I'm gonna make sure that this switch. And I fucked it up, as you can tell. And now I have unfucked it up. So we are all good. Ugh! For the record, don't do that. That is a dangerous idea. I would not recommend. Right. Yep, we got one of these. And we're still on that part-time limit. So this is kind of a risky one. And I gotta go all the way over here to switch these two blocks away from the dimension staying land. We're almost done. We are almost at the boss. The boss being quite a tricky little bugger, actually. More difficult than the one that first came, honestly. Because he's actually kind of hard. He's actually really difficult to deal with. Oh, good, it's this. Yep. Luckily, I don't have to worry about switching it myself, but this part's still stressful. As is this part. Now, I'm going to do a skip here. A little bit, not right now, but I think in a little bit. I'm going to do a skip here that I don't think the game was meant to allow you to do. They intended you to go a longer way, but in order to get the part-time, I kind of need to take this way. Right. So up here, we have some blocks. As you can see, we can switch around the blocks. However, you can also see that there is a passage up there we can take. Right here. Over to the left. We're supposed to keep going to the right, but I'm going to go this way. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. You're supposed to go wrap around the top there. Okay. We're not there yet. We're close. Very, very close. Actually, I had a run of this level where I flubbed up at the end here by mistiming these jumps because I was getting quite nervous. Right, down we go. We got 2 minutes to beat this bugger. So, this has been the cause, well, the source of the cause of all the fires that have occurred in Planet Land is this one-eyed dragon thing. And once again, we have to collect the 5 hooligan sisters as we do damage to the guy. Now, he's a bit tricky because he has this attack, which this isn't threatening, but what it does is it actually rearranges the platforms. And then random bits of fire will appear for no particular reason, and at random almost. I think they're always set, so they're going to be the same every time, but still, they get a little bit trickier to dodge later on because they get larger. Yeah. I think the platform at the very top doesn't change, but the two at the other layers do. So, yeah. That's the trick to this guy. Alright, and we've done half of the damage to him. Got him halfway down. At the halfway point of how much time we have left to beat this guy, so we're barely gonna make it. Like I said, this is a much tougher final level than the first game was. You barely have enough time to make the part time. That's why I took that shortcut. If I didn't take this shortcut, I would barely be able to make this. In fact, I don't think you can make that. Well, you can, but it's still very tricky. Honestly, I probably could have just taken the hit there and I would have been fine. But now I gotta deal with this large fire. Yeah, at some points you're probably just better off taking the damage. Because usually a disc or two would drop. And in fact, I'm not sure if I do take the damage here. Nope, I still back down, because for some reason I'm afraid that's gonna... Oh, nope, there we go. Wait, almost dead, and dead, dead, and there it goes. Oh, that was a close one. Yeah, that boss is tricky. But with that, we have beaten the game. And don't worry, there's no extra levels. This is it. This is the 16 levels. There's no extra levels. Right, so that was Mighty Switch Force 2. And accompanying the credits is a theme with lyrics. Yes, there's an actual song with lyrics. And I'm not going to sing it. But I'm going to keep quiet and let it play out, because it's actually a very cheesy and enjoyable song.
Set the world aflame, light it up. Are you ready? Life just ain't the same. Without the heat, get you out of my feet. Got to hose me down. You need a rescue. Oh, please and thank you. Turn that light around. 'Cause it's too hot. Your love's all I got. You're my rescue girl.
Alright, wasn't that the cheesiest thing you ever heard? Now remember I was saying last game there was reasons for why you picked up disc and a whole bunch of other stuff? Well, Patricia Wagon is actually a robot! Yeah, that's why. That's why you see her steam, that's why that helmet does a thing, because she's a robot, so it does a thing. And that's why she picks up discs to regain health. Because she's a robot. Surprise! Now, if you die with Gym Clothes Patty Mighty Switch Force 1 Hyperdrive Edition, you do actually see her turn into a robot, so that's why I tried to cut out most of the deaths. And try not to idle too much. Now, because we got all the babies, we got Gym Clothes Patty, and because we beat the game, we got the Mighty Hose, which allows us to do this. Destroy everything in one hit and look very suggestive whilst doing it, because it's a white stream of death. Yeah. Not gonna comment on that any further, but I'm gonna hold this button down for the whole thing and accidentally get a better part time. Yeah, that actually happens. So, let me just go over what the hell this does. This nullifies all fires in one hit, destroys any enemies in one hit, and even destroys flammable blocks, which you're only supposed to be able to destroy with an enemy projectile or one of those rock guys in one hit. It is a god weapon. It is much more destructive than the mighty gun in the first game, or the power gun, or whatever it was called. Whatever you get for beating the base game. Basically, this destroys every level. Mostly every level, except for Incident 14. Because that's the only level that basically relies a little bit more on actual switch mechanics than the destruction of everything in your way. Which this does a fucking ridiculous job at doing. Just look at this. Look at it destroy everything in its path. God. It just destroys this level. And then it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, God. No, I can also get the baby without having to worry about, like, risking the part time, because that's how powerful this thing is. Let me just get the baby, because might as well. I'm spraying it in the mouth, and off I go. So yeah, that happened. And with that, I accidentally get a better part-time. Whoops. Didn't mean for that to happen. And that was Mighty Switch Force 2. But first, we have this alternate title screen, which is what you get if you complete all 16 incidents under part-time. And one last remix. That being of the credits theme Rescue Girl, and this remix is called... wait for it. This is the Cool Me Down mix done by Vert. A much more... well, the track, I think the tempo is the same. It's just that the actual instruments have been changed to something a little bit more... I don't know what the right word is. I'm almost tempted to say bedroom music in a way. Just because of the way the instruments are used. Anyway, long story short. Yeah, that was Mighty Switch Force 2. Mechanically, I love the game much more than the first one. I wish there were more levels, because I like the amount of levels that were in the first one, even though, you know, for Hyperdrive Edition, half of them were basically just hard mode, but, you know, they were there. They existed. I liked them. There was a similar thing with this game. This is me. The soundtrack is... it is a lot more addictive than the first one. The first one was pretty addictive, but this soundtrack... Revert and the other mixers did a really good job on it. And, you know, the other composing team, too. I keep forgetting that it's not just Vert, there's other people who worked on the game. Can't suck his dick all the time. Other people, man. Other people. I'm actually gonna look at those people. Oh god, I feel like a fool. Quick upcoming updates. I'm hoping, because so far this seems to be rather decently successful, I'm going to try to record more Silent Hill this week. And, you know, get that back on track. And then afterwards I'm gonna have to catch up with, figuring out... Well, preparing to do Paper Mario 2 again, because I still have all my notes jotted down, but I have a post-commentary to do on the one part I haven't uploaded yet because I just didn't for whatever reason. And after that, I'm going to decide whether or not I should do the whole LP post-commentary or not. Because it might help with the pace of the editing and this and that and whatnot. I might do another LP alongside that one, so the hill is done. I don't know which I might do. Recently, oh, it's a multitude of things, to be honest. I kinda want to do Return to Dreamland, but I also want to start on the Mario/Wario Land series. There's a number of games. I really want to do. I just don't know what order to do them. I might stream a bunch of games and upload those instead. I don't know. It all depends. Long story short, I need to pick up the uploading stuff this year, and I have another thing, which I have yet to really technically announce that I'm a part of, because I don't know how to handle it, but point is, things will be coming this year, honest. So until then, see you later and goodbye.